Hey everybody, I told you guys that I was going to tell you about how my family got our dogs. The two that I posted a video of a couple days or a few days ago. So first I wanted to tell you that these two are my only two dogs that I've ever had aside from my first dog. She was a Labrador mutt. She was pretty big, about 85 pounds. And my parents got her for me when I was in the second grade. They surprised me in the middle of the night, and as the story goes, my dad put her in the bed with me, and I looked at her, and I looked at them, and I looked at her, and I was like, is she mine? So yeah, she was a really great dog. We missed her a lot, needless to say. I'm an only child, so it's just me, my mom, and dad. And anyway, so we actually had to put her down, or put her to sleep in September of 2004. That was the year that I graduated from college. So she had a very, very long life, and especially for a big dog. But yeah, I still miss her a lot. But yeah, anyway, so she was my first dog. These two were our second and third, I guess. And how it goes is a guy that my mom works with knew that Allie, my first dog, had passed away. And he came to my mom and said one of my neighbors picked up a couple of dogs off of a busy highway, and he doesn't have a yard to keep them in. He has another dog, but it's an indoor dog, so he just didn't have the space to do it. So my mom and I talked about it ahead of time, and I remember we both said to each other, we'll just get one. We'll take one dog, and then that way they'll only have to find a home for one other dog, and it'll be really great. So we go to the house where they are, and the people who had them were very smart, because as soon as we went through the door, they handed us the dogs. They were like, "Here you go." So I took one and Mom took the other, and in record time we were out the door with those dogs. Those people knew what they were doing. Um, but they were sisters, and they were telling us stories about how they sleep together, like one sleeps on top of the other, and they just are inseparable. So, which is true, even now, inseparable. Um, so we took them on the car ride home. We stopped to get them collars, and I named Bella way before the whole Twilight business, and Mom named Sally. We made a vet appointment for them, and our vet let us know that they had mange. And he didn't think they would make it, because there are different types of mange. I don't know if any of you know about this, but there are different types of mange, and fortunately they had the kind that people can't get. So, we had been playing with them and petting them and whatever for a whole weekend before we took them to the vet. But yeah, so he gave us the medication that we needed to treat the mange. And the process really required, we had to do it once a week, and they had to be bathed with, I think it was like some kind of shampoo that opened up their pores. And that was my job. So I bathed both of them one at a time, and then when I would finish one, I would take her outside to my mom and dad, and my dad is the one who actually put the medicine on them to get rid of the mange, and it's really toxic stuff. He had to wear gloves. It made all their hair fall out. If I can ever figure out how to get pictures posted, I will show you pictures of them. Bella, the littler puppy, her hair came out she was bald. She was bald. She had no hair on her chest. She was the saddest looking little dog in the world. They both were, but I don't know. It's just, I guess because Bella's smaller, it just looks sadder. Um, but we had to do that for, I don't know, a month, 2 months, a really long time, and they hated it, and we hated having to do it just because it was so toxic and whatever. But the good news is it all worked. The vet told us afterward that he really didn't think they would make it. But we were persistent and we got rid of it. And so now they're good. They're very healthy. They're maybe a little bit overweight. But we've been working on that too. And yeah, they're really special to us. And I don't know, it's hard now imagining having only one dog now that we've had the two, because they do everything together. I mean, they would be so bored without each other. Yeah, I don't know, but and the reason I say they're, inseparable is because if one has to go to the vet for an issue, for example, I had to take Sally to the vet for an eye problem, and I'm not going to take them both just because they don't want to be apart. But when you take one away from the other, the one who's left behind cries and cries and scratches the door, and it's just inconsolable. So yeah, but yeah, that's the story of my dogs. I know it's not very exciting, but I told you guys I would tell you. So, and I'm at almost 7 minutes. So, yeah, that's probably good enough. All right. I will see you guys later. Bye.